Let me ask you a question. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because I think this is a Joe Feeney friend.
Oh, boy.
Who the is Brian Zane?
Brian Zane is wrestling with...
I'll tell you who Brian Zane is.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who Brian Zane is.
Yeah, he says he was on the show.
He's a mark, a YouTuber that makes videos making fun of wrestling.
Right.
Okay?
Wrestling with regret.
But they are funny.
Right.
He's got he does entertaining, funny videos.
Right.
So he was wanting to do one on Russo's Glory show, right? And he had contacted me about something, but I was cool, whatever. But he wanted some information from me about Vince's Glory show. I'm like, dude, why don't you just call Vince?
Right.
He's like, well, I don't know, because his whole thing is making fun of Vince, right?
Right.
I go, dude, as long as you're upfront about what you're doing and honest about what you're doing, I think Vince would probably want to tell you the stuff to get the story straight. At least you're not putting out any lies. You know what I'm saying? So okay, cool. So I hooked Vince up with them. And Vince told you, gave him all this stuff, so he got the story straight, which is cool. Okay, you were going to do things, make fun of me, but at least you're not going to make up stuff about me, right? So then I guess Billy Body tweeted something about Kerry Von Erich, right? And somebody commented on it, and I guess the Brian Zane guy interjected himself in the conversation, out of nowhere. Did you see what happened here, Joe? Because that's what somebody tweeted.
They posted the screenshots in the brand fan group, of course. So let me go see them here.
Oh, is that what it was?
No, they took them off Twitter and posted them in that group. So they hate all the smart writers and stuff like that, Oh,
like Brian Zane and stuff?
Totally. Okay.
Yeah, because all the Sean Ross Sapps and everything are all there taking the side of the Brian Zane. The Marks are taking the side of the Mark.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So it's and I'm this is my whole thing. Dude, it's if you're talking about a contribution of a YouTube guy that has a YouTube channel that makes videos making fun of the wrestling business, and you're going to compare him to Billy, who does actual reporting and gets tons of major stories straight and everything, I don't think there's any question about whose side you're going to find more, who you're going to think is more relevant in this matter.
I think,
you know what I'm saying?
You're going to see that Zane's point, I'm sure he hates Billy for something else, but his point of contention here is that Billy advocates evil gambling and he's ruining people's lives.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Right. He's advocating gambling.
That's
which is
evil now, which
yes,
is legal.
It's all evil.
Bro, he literally was trying to make the point that gambling leads to addiction problems.
Right.
And Billy runs the gambling side. That's what this guy's. That's what he was bringing.
So does drinking. So nobody should drink.
Right. Right. But that's what that guy was bringing.
You don't know how to
handle
your gambling problem, then you do have a problem.
Yeah.
Right. So Billy's whole thing is he's had 94 straight months of track profit. He has the spreadsheets to prove it. So how he goes. So his whole thing is how are my people have gambling problems? But my clients are winning every month.
They're winning.
So it's seriously, how is that a gambling problem? He makes a good point.
So here's what they posted in the brand fan group. Okay, so first
that's a very toxic group, by the way. The brand fan group, bro. Let me tell you something. All these fan groups, Vince's Brands fan group, it's some of those toxic guys on the internet that you'll see.
They are very.
These guys are writing 10-paragraph emails to Vince about my performance on the shows.
Right.
These are for all the geeky fans that we talk about the Marks, this is the fans of Vince. They're the same. The ones that make fun of the Marks, they're doing the exact same thing that the Marks do. You know, so it's a very toxic group.
So Billy responded to something here that I can't see because it's gone, but it says, go look up what happened to Kerry Von Erich and then do try that. So Kerry shot himself in the heart. He should watch that on Twitter, by the way. Brian Zane responds, hey, face, your business by its very nature exploits and can help foster addiction, and profits don't make a lick of difference on that front. And you're just going to ignore this little gem of yours, huh? At The Real Disco, at Konnan, at Vince Russo. Is this your boy? So next, Billy says, oh yes, the exploitation, making people insane profits for 8 years, fully tracked via spreadsheets is such exploitation. You marks are absolutely pathetic. We live in different worlds. I deal with successful adults with big incomes, and you deal with sweaty dudes in basements. Brian Zane responds, we do live in very different worlds, Billy. I use my platform to entertain while you use yours to spread hate. And for a guy with so little nice to say about wrestling and its fans, you sure like showing up on podcasts that talk exclusively about it. So what does that make you? More from Brian. Billy, you're so stupid that you responded to this tweet where I took down your profits excuse with more talk about profits and couldn't even be to acknowledge the up thing that you said. That really tells us all we need to know. No personal responsibility. Brian, once again, thanks for unblocking me so you could attempt this really cool takedown, you complete dork. But all you did was once again support the theory that you're a sad little man desperately trying to recapture the high of hitting your peak on reality TV. Like an addict. Brian again. Finally, it's too bad you've wasted such a seemingly lucrative business on a name so plain and boring as the Soccer Gaming Podcast. Holy shit, terrible human being along with zero creativity. Truly the worst. Konnan.
Because he gets he's on the Soccer Gambling Podcast?
Yeah, I guess that's a lame
Is that guy's point here is that he's a really bad human being for being involved in gambling? Is that what I'm getting out of this?
Right there, yeah. All that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
this guy tags me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Right. So I don't know who he is.
Has he been on our show, Joe? I think we had him on briefly, right?
He actually brought that up in a Twitter thing. But go ahead. What happened next?
Konnan responds, don't know who you are, but don't get me involved in your vegan beef, which, by the way, got a tremendous response in the brand fan group. They love that. So Brian says, I've literally...
You popped the brand with your rebuttal.
I've literally...
Vegan beef.
I've literally been on...
It sounds like a bunch of stupid...
He says,
you're gambling and you're this and you're... It's like, bro, come on.
Brian says, I've literally been on your show, K-Dog. Konnan goes, okay, sorry I don't remember, but just keep me out of your drama. Just a little.
It's been 5 years. How would you remember like some of the
right.
all you need to know? Yeah, I better show you. I don't remember you.